Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 13th of September. My name's Philip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Peer.
Gary, are we going to call it? Are we going to officially call it? Are we going to make the shout out? Are we going to defy all of the negative press? Are we going to call it this morning after the massive weekend that we've just had? Are we going to call the game back on, the game of real estate? Are we going to announce that we think the market's back? Or are we just going to have this fairly low-key GPTV where we just stick with the same?
I'm feeling very different today, Philip. It's the first time we've had GPTV without Her Majesty being at the throne.
Oh,
and I've got to say to you, Phil, that
this is the sad edition.
No, it's not the sad edition, but I'm feeling a bit not. Did you used to every morning in school march and sing "God Save the Queen"? Did you used to do that?
Well, we didn't. We didn't march, but
you say "God Save the Sheep" instead.
We did start.
God save our gracious sheep.
We did start with. Actually, we started not only with "God Save the Queen," but we also had the Lord's Prayer.
Oh, is
right?
that right?
So
I did miss
for all of those
prayer,
viewers, I did have a very wide and varied upbringing.
Oh, I did too. Not as much as you, but I did. I mean, I'm a city boy. You're a country boy, but I went to the local Ripponlea Primary School, damn good school. No, they don't recognise if I ever went there. By the way.
You've not once been invited back as one of those alma maters that have gone on to achieve something.
In fact, they rang me up and they said, "Can you put some boards up, some charity boards?" And I said, "Look, I was a student there," and then they just didn't ever call me again.
Yeah, that was it.
I was a student there. That was it. So, but I did used to march. You'd march.
We're all over the shop because I was wanting to start this with talking about the market.
Okay,
well, let's deal
because
with
everything you watch is always about the Queen. I mean, I reckon she's the most famous person that was alive. I don't think there was a more famous. Who would be more famous than Queen other than maybe Donald Trump? Because he's pretty famous, isn't he?
John Lennon.
Elvis maybe, maybe Elvis, John, but they're not here anymore in terms of people that are alive.
She's not here anymore either.
That's true, she's not here anymore. You're right.
She's actually up with Elvis.
Exactly. Right. She must be on drums because they're
belting out a few.
But she was a unifying figure, Philip, and she gave a certain amount of calm and control and respect. She had a great code, and I've got to say that I think everybody had a bit of a soft spot, whether you're a monarchist or a Republican. I think she was a revered and uniting figure, and I've got to say that I just want to send my condolences to the royal family because they watched the show. You know that, Phil. They would never. In fact, she watched the show.
This
loved
show
the show.
is endorsed by this is what they have when
the royal seal.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. So this show's endorsed, and now, by the way, we had a live audience. So she was thinking of making it over here for the 500th episode for the live.
I think we might cancel the live
now we're going
audience.
Well, she can't be here, Phil. If the Queen can't be in the audience, I'm not having that anymore. So we cancel.
So a shout out to all of the royalists, the monarchists. But even when I say that, shout out to the monarchists, the Republican. If you're anybody that is a thinking person, most people have come to the conclusion that if we do have a queen, she was the epitome of what a regal presence should be, regardless if you're a believer or not.
The last person of nobility that served in the World War II with a uniform. Have you heard that? That's an interesting kind of bit of an interesting.
Well, there will never be. I don't think moving forward in the history of the world another person that occupies the spotlight for that length of time. I mean, if you think about it, her reign was 70 years.
Yes.
And if you think about it, in our political system, if you make a second term as a Prime Minister, you've done incredibly well. So 70 years, she's seen more Prime Ministers go throughout her reign. I mean, credit where credit.
She knew Winston Churchill. And, we used to sing Long May She Reign Over Us, and she did. I think all those songs, she heard them and
credit goes to where credit should go.
And on Friday night at our card game, we did a whole lot of songs for the Queen. We did Dancing Queen, Witch Queen of New Orleans. We did Killer Queen.
I'm not
Queen.
sure your Friday night card game is a place of respect.
Oh, look, probably not respect, but it was, a place of memorial remembrance in a happy way.
I'm going to cut this down. But one thing I will end this on, right?
Yes.
I'd like to know who the genius is, and this is not me having a crack at the Labor Party. Some of my best friends vote Labor. Some of my best friends are Labor politicians. But who is going to put up their hands
for the holiday?
for declaring a public holiday.
Do you know what? It's
Now,
funny. I like it. Right? I know. I like it. And I'm hearing people bag it. And I know.
You like it for what possible reason, given the fact that we have a payroll that does extend.
I know, 140 people going to get paid. But you know what? I'm playing golf, right? So I like it for golf. So I'm going to just go out there and just
Do you realise the golf game that you
Yeah.
could have had
Yeah.
if instead of paying salaries for 140 people
but
for the Queen's death,
Yeah.
I mean, you could have bought a golf course.
Yeah, but there's no guilt involved, right? Like if it was a business day and I played golf, there'd be guilt. Now, what else am I going to do? There's no open inspections, right? There's no meetings. There's no office to open.
So we now have.
I'm out there playing golf badly.
We have a public holiday for a horse race.
Yeah.
We have a public.
Don't even mess with that. Hang on a minute. That's sacrosanct. Don't question that.
We have a public holiday for a grand final.
Yeah.
We have a
Australia.
public holiday.
I love Australia.
We have a public holiday for a Queen's birthday that
and
wasn't
death day.
her birthday.
Yeah.
And we now have a public holiday for the Queen's death day, which is not the day she died.
By the way, we're in big threat of having a public holiday for the King's birthday. I looked it up, and it's in November, around the Cup time, at a very busy time. So I'm hoping that I reckon we might keep the Queen's birthday. Do we keep the Queen's birthday now she's not here?
I mean, what do we do? What do we do? And who was the Labor politician that thought that this is a good idea?
I like you, and I'll be thinking of you on the third tee when I'm having a bit of a shot, putt for birdie or par. Or
all right, it's enough. It's enough.
Four
it's enough.
over. Yeah.
Viewers.
Okay.
We've just had a weekend.
Oh yeah.
Where you would swear.
Yep.
We are in the middle of a real estate.
You can be polite.
You swear we're in the middle of a real estate boom. So I'm not sure. I think all bets are off. The Reserve Bank's been running around saying, we'll put these interest rates up. We're going to smash the market down, 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 down. Well,
down. Market
all
is down.
I can tell you is
down.
we had a 0.5%
Status quo.
increase.
Good song.
Increase during the week.
Yeah, I know.
What was the reaction in the market the following
we
few
take
days?
another 10,000, Philip, another 20, another 30.
Viewers, we had results across the weekend, which I can tell you are nothing short of extraordinary.
As good as any market.
Whether it was a block of land in Newstead Street, whether it was a
luxury
builder's
home
own luxury home in Keverell, whether it was a 1950s, 60s, mid-century
cool
Ernest Fuchs house,
crazy.
which went ballistic.
Yep.
I've got to tell you, on the strength of this weekend, Gary, you would swear the real estate boom is back on. And here's my call. Call is...
Who's Michael?
No, here's my call.
Okay, I thought
my
Michael.
call is that people that have sorted out their finances, sorted out their borrowings, or
You're
have
well organised, Michael.
or have
Good on you, Michael.
little borrowings, they're jumping back into the market, Gary.
Yeah, but there's only so many people called Michael. There's only a few Michaels.
They're jumping
what
back
about
into
Joe
the market.
And Bill and Mary?
My prediction is it's going to be a very solid spring. So if you are thinking about selling, my suggestion is you ring me personally, because I can talk you through what's going on in the marketplace, as can all of our team. It's changed. It has absolutely changed. In fact, the last 5 weeks, Gary, we've seen an uptick. What do you think?
You know what? You're the master of hype. You're a wonderful salesman, and you like to talk things up. And I like to disagree with you, but I'm not going to. On this occasion, I'm compelled to agree with you, Phil. Compelled to by the facts of the market. It feels good, and we called it a few weeks ago. By the way,
we
said a few weeks
ago. Follow-up.
I mean, you can go and watch our last show. We didn't redo them. Go and watch episode number 496 or 97, and I'm sure you've got nothing better to do. Nothing's on Netflix at the moment. All the good shows are done. So
House of the Dragon, though.
Footy's about over.
Loving House of the Dragon, which is the prequel to Game of Thrones.
Oh, really? I'm not a Game of Thrones
person. How clever is having a prequel?
Yeah.
Right?
Confuses me.
Everybody thinks about a sequel because it's obvious we're going to have a sequel. But a sequel is invariably disappointing because everybody goes, it wasn't as good as the main.
I can't work out prequels. I don't understand it.
Genius.
Why is genius? How can a prequel come afterwards?
Well,
it's out of order. For someone of a Germanic background, we like order. We like to have things in order.
Austria.
No way.
Because this is not as the way things are done.
We do it one after the other. We don't go backwards in time. This is not good. Phil, we can have some boast time. We love boast time. Can we do it?
No one does boast.
We should
we do boast.
I reckon we should have boast time music. Let's see what they can come up with. And it's time for
boast time. Edit a note. I love the Game of Thrones prequel music.
You can't play things that are already there.
You know what?
And we don't like prequel because of Austria.
Let's see if we can do it. Right. So, what are our results?
Let's see what they come up with. And it's time for insert music there. It's time for boast time. We love our weekly boast time, and I think we need to have a bit more as we get into our next 500 to 1,000 episodes, as we become decrepit and end up having walking frames.
Become decrepit.
Exactly right. We can have different things enter as we, because we'll be sitting down soon as we do this. But boast time, 61% clearance rate across the industry, which I reckon is probably a bit higher than it really is, but that's what the REIV came up with.
We'll take
61% on realestateview.com, and we are put up the towers, 76% clearance rate.
Wow.
Phil, things are happening out there. Market's good. It's all happening.
Before we
We're
talk
loving
about
ourselves sick.
Before we talk about individual sales, I've just gone into REA, realestate.com.au, who really have more data than anybody. They say
anybody.
Well,
you can't prove that. You just think that.
I reckon
it just
that's
suits your narrative. So
Victoria was 59%.
Ooh, it's even less.
New South Wales was 56%.
Wow.
I don't know what's going on in Queensland. 38%. So something's happening.
We need to open offices
Queensland.
badly. Yep.
South Australia, 67%.
Right.
Good on South Australia.
Good on you.
But
Nearly
you want to
good as
know
us.
where the market's shot?
Where?
Or maybe
Tassie?
they just don't have auctions there.
Perth or Tassie?
They really don't. In Western Australia, 27%. What are you doing in Western Australia? But wait for this.
All that
wait for
bauxite
this, wait for
minerals
this.
is
What do you reckon the
effective.
auction clearance rate in the Northern Territory was?
I don't know. What is it?
Well, what would you guess?
I reckon 64%.
Okay. The Northern Territory came in with 100% clearance. The market is
crazy,
booming in the
Hurry
Northern
and buy
Territory.
there. Hurry
but
now.
the question, viewers, you would naturally ask,
How many auctions
100%. How many auctions?
How many?
One.
That's good stuff. You just find that now, or you weren't prepared?
That is facts. That's there.
There you go. Good on you. Well done. If you were that vendor of Darwin, give us a call. We'd like to interview you. Maybe not Darwin.
Imagine if
they
they sold and they weren't really happy with the price.
Exactly.
So
right.
it's like we had 100% clearance, but the vendor wasn't happy.
Didn't do so well. 1 out of 1. The auction system is about to take off in Darwin. There's your clue.
Tell you what,
shall we talk a bit about?
We would not want to open our style of business in the Northern Territory.
Why not?
Well, we'd be out there going, look, you know what? Auctions are the way to go. Auctions are the way to go. I suppose we could go out there and say, listen, auctions are the way to go. 100% clearance last weekend.
Pretty good chance. Can we review some of our auctions and some of our sales? We had some great sales on the weekend. I've ticked a few there, but you've taken control of the list, which I'll just take back for a second. Dandenong Road, we don't care how big or small they are. Dandenong Road, we sold an apartment there for some delightful people from Sydney, actually, Philip. They thought, well, maybe you could get a garage in Sydney or we get an apartment in Dandenong Road. Had a good campaign there. Lots of interest brought on to Michael Jonas. 732 Hawthorne Road. Phil, that was a fun auction. Hey, how about those rings? You've got a photo of them, I think.
I don't, but somebody
we will. We've got a photo. I think Ben's got a photo.
Fabulous.
We'll get it from Ben and we'll put it up on the screen if it's not there now. This house was built in, I think it was 1956 during the Olympic Games, and the actual brick has got the Olympic rings on them, and there's a rumour that all of the bricks of that house have got them, but we know that there's a number of them with it.
Yeah.
And you, of course, put it out there. I'm not sure if it was a representation, Philip, but you did say that you could pull the house down, sell those bricks individually, and get many, 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 many millions of dollars more than the asking price.
I did make that representation,
but it was jocular.
But it was.
We will get
jocular.
sued for it. But we will get sued for it most likely. So stake a number and stand in the queue. But I don't think so. But anyway, that was a great result, Philip. By the way, I want to say something incredible.
You want to say something incredible.
2 homes.
The likelihood of this being incredible.
No, this is amazing.
0.
I don't think anyone's got this statistic anywhere around
the
the world.
Sit back in your chairs, viewers.
I'm going to hit you with an amazing fact.
Get ready for this.
We should have a theme for amazing fact. We're going to have themes for everything in the 500 episodes. Amazing fact. 2 people this weekend bought properties from us. One in the vicinity of $5 million. One getting towards $2 million. Both of those people bought those homes, Philip, to live in while they are renovating their other homes, and then they'll maintain them and rent them out or whatever. That's the sort of affluent area we're in.
Well,
we're
Gary,
pretty lucky, aren't we?
We've actually, if you think about it,
done
we
it before.
drill into that statistic. We've done it on multiple occasions.
Well, that's amazing.
Where people that want to live at a certain standard and don't want to be interrupted by the Residential Tenancies Act have said, you know what? My house is going to take me a couple of years to build. I'm going to pay a fairly handsome rental. Why don't I just buy a house on the theory that the rent...
you're making it very, nothing. I think it's a big deal. You're just, and I don't know, it's got nothing nothing to do with the Resident Tenancies Act. They're the tenants. I don't know what you're talking about, and you don't know what you're talking
I do
about.
know.
Just stay away from the amazing. Leave the amazing facts to me. You boast.
I don't think this is. We've done it so many times, Gary.
No, it is an amazing fact.
It's not an amazing fact.
You tell me what you think. If you think it's an amazing fact, let me know. If you're just like,
it's an amazing.
Who
Is it an
cares?
amazing fact? Viewers, when people buy a house to live in and then resell it at the end of it.
Just while they're renovating. I think it's amazing.
You know, splitting the atoms is an amazing fact.
No,
you know,
it's not.
The Darwinian theory is an amazing theory.
Yeah,
fact.
Melbourne being out of the finals. That's an amazing fact. Yeah.
That is not an amazing fact.
Fair enough. Lakes Folly running fourth again because it runs fourth all the time. Running in the Balaclava Cup tomorrow.
The Balaclava Cup.
Oh, yeah. The time
Balaclava
prestigious.
Running down Carlisle Street.
Balaclava Road in Adelaide. The Balaclava Cup. Lakes Folly. It's 20-1.
They've got to go from Hotham Street to Chapel Street.
Exactly right. You know? By horse. Be careful of the trams. 2 at 202. Kooyong Road, Phil, very, very popular auction. You did a great call there, 1,661,000.
Viewers, one thing that you need to understand is that when we talk about record prices, sometimes, you know, some people think, oh, the buyer overpaid. No, the buyer didn't overpay. The buyer paid what they needed to pay under competition. So, you know, Hawthorn Road, very strong result. Kooyong Road, very strong result. Yes, both of them sold well in excess of our
How about
quote
Horn
range.
Street? Horn Street, that went off.
Horn Street.
You've got to be careful when you say things go off in Horn Street because they were going off there for many years when there was an institution there. It's no longer there.
Just for the record, for those of you that don't know, and I'm going to say this in the nicest possible,
I think
politically correct.
You always go overboard.
We have to address
You have to
things.
push it one too much.
We have to talk about the elephant in the room. The funniest brothel.
Yeah.
The funniest brothel is the Daily Planet. And
why is it funny?
Well, when if you think
what's
about
funny about it?
What's funny about it, Gary, is the Daily Planet
Yeah.
is in Elstonwick.
Okay.
And it is in a street called Horn Street.
But it's not a brothel anymore, Philip.
It closed.
Yeah.
It closed
It was
as a
there for
result of
many
COVID. But
I don't think it's during COVID. I don't think COVID closed it. I think it was closed before COVID.
No.
I think it's been closed for years. It's no longer a brothel. Anyway,
and if you want to know my favourite joke about why you should never buy a two-story brothel, I'm not going to give you the answer on this show, but if you want to know,
we'll give you the answer.
Because this is a real estate joke.
Yes.
Why don't you ever buy a two-story brothel?
Yeah, okay, that's a bad joke. You look it up. Phil, 15 at 39, Horn Street without the Daily Planet. That went off, didn't it? Lots of bidders there, and it sold for in excess of the reserve, well in excess of reserve, but the price I hate undisclosed.
I will say this, viewers, that property did sell 20% over
hundreds of thousands
price,
beyond,
which was extraordinary. It was a great way for me to start my Saturday morning, and really well handled by Nikki Janover and Justin Reid, who are a mighty combination.
Oh, they are. They're a potent team, Phil, and you know. There was a time where you said I liked starting off my Saturday mornings in Horn Street would be a problem, but now it's not any longer. Phil, let's get to Keverell Street because what a great auction it was. What's this new thing you're doing, by the way? Hang on, what's this new thing? Now you're doing auctions where you're selfie. What are you, a teenager? I'm doing a selfie of myself at this auction.
The worst part about this, I did a selfie at I did a selfie video.
But that video never got featured anywhere.
The trouble is I didn't press the right button. I pressed the...
You press the slow speed.
It was the one time I've done it.
And 200 people had to sit there and indulge and watch you do that, and you didn't even get it right. What were you trying to do there? What's it all about?
Come on, Gary. You know, they're all unscripted. The joy of auctions is they're unscripted, which means, you know, things come into my mind. I do what I can with it. Doesn't always work. I thought that was, well, the crowd loved it, Gary. The crowd
you know what? You were on fire on the weekend, I've got to say. Hawthorn Road was a hoot. You were absolutely flying there in Keverell Street and also Keverell Road.
Backed it up in Craddock.
And Craddock was a backup. And then you have to host an event later on, which will, we won't talk about that but anyway, big Sunday.
My Sunday, just so viewers, you know that I've got true staying power.
Yeah, you have.
Sunday, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, 4:30 auction, left there at 5:15, went home, had a cup of tea, changed my shirts, went to a function, hosted that function till 11 o'clock that evening. In front of 1,000 people at this function, Gary, I don't mind saying.
I don't mind hearing it.
And it was a great night. If you were there, Sunday night.
So you had time to change your shirt and have a cup of tea. That's what I get out of all that.
That's it.
Okay, fair enough.
That's it.
That's what I get out of all that. So fair enough. Anyway, Keverell Road, magnificent home. Congratulations to
Shout
the vendor.
out to James and Helen Cantianis.
Oh, what a job they do.
James Cantianis owns a business called Shoalhaven Developments. And I can say without any shadow of opposition or thoughts that I might not be right here, he is one of the area's best developers,
Yeah, no question
best
about it.
builders. He does a combination of his own speculative work, a lot of client work, and this is a guy that knows exactly what's on trend. He nails it every time.
Good on you,
and
James.
this
Well
house,
done.
I mean, if you think about it, Gary, this is a house that sold well over $5 million, closer to $6 million, and yet it had 5 parties bidding for it. I'm
furiously.
not sure the last home we had where we had 5 bidders at the pointy end of the transaction over $5 million. So a real shout out to James on your incredible job.
And congratulations to buyers and sellers alike. And sorry for those that missed out. It was an extraordinary home. And of course, Craddock Avenue, another home that sold massively over its expectation. But again, an incredible property. Not entirely surprised, Phil, because that is a great spot.
One in Craddock, I love that house. It was a house by Dr. Ernest Fuchs, one of Australia's, in fact, I think Australia's preeminent, most important post-war, mid-century architect.
I mean, you're pretty.
Who's
if you're
really
an architect,
left his mark on Melbourne.
and you're a doctor, you're pretty good, aren't you?
Well,
you can do both things.
I think
that's great.
Yes, you're a very good point. Very intelligent, very erudite man. Also hailed from your country of origin, Gary.
Oh, is that right?
An Austrian.
Well, Austria, you can do anything. You can be a doctor and an architect the same. You can be a tradesman. You can be a real estate agent. Be a plumber. You can just do anything. It's anything. It's in the blood. Anyway, Phil, that is a big wrap on our sales on the weekend. I'm exhausted.
I'm exhausted.
The episode's
again
going
from being
too long.
Exhausted.
Exactly right. And 499 episodes. Who would
Can
have
we
thought?
just do quickly this week's auctions?
29 auctions.
I really need to go and have a cup of coffee.
Let's have another cup of tea. I tell you what, I thought you were a hard worker.
Let's
start off on Saturday morning, Philip. Triple auction action, 146 Cambrook Road. You're auctioning.
May well be sold prior to auction, so look out for that. If you've got your heart and soul invested in that property, you will get a call, but may be sold before auction. If it doesn't, gorgeous Victorian home, beautifully renovated. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, your own block of land. It's a humdinger.
Let's move on to 2 Grosvenor Street. Philip Matthew Morley auctions this weekend.
Gary, what a ripper that is. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathrooms, off-street car parking, a beautiful Victorian facade, a fantastic floor plan. You've got to love that, and that area is just incredible.
Graham Cullen's auctioning 368 Newnham Road, Carnegie.
A beautiful looking home, Gary, a traditional Californian bungalow style, 687 square metres of land, 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, plenty of off-street car parking. Is it the land, is it the home, or is it a combination of both?
11:30, only one auction at that time. For some reason, it's in Carcoola Court in Ormond. You are auctioning that and meeting Jan Dosen.
Gary, looking forward to that. That's a beautiful brand new home. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and that also has a double lock-up garage, which is rather unusual. I think that's quite spectacular.
Double auction action at 12:30, Philip. We're going to be in Brighton Road. I'm auctioning that, 16 at 193 Brighton Road. You may remember that address, Phil, because when that block was a rental block and was changed to a block that was sold separately, subdivided and sold individually, you and I were on the project of that, and we used to carry the furniture from apartment to apartment because when the display apartment sold, you had to put the furniture in the next one, and that's probably the last time I ever lifted anything that heavy.
Do you know what, Gary? Those were the times where we were jack of all trades back then. You know, younger salespeople today would go, I'm not lifting that coffee table. I'm not moving that. I'm a salesperson. I don't do anything like that.
Unless you're Austrian, in which case you do everything and you go and do an operation of brain surgery afterwards as well. Philip, Truganini Road, Carnegie at 12:30. Tell us about that.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. That's a gorgeous apartment with a great courtyard garden, and buy anything with a courtyard, viewers, because land is everything.
You're a very busy man, Phil, this Saturday particularly. You're going to be in Chill Street, Armidale, around the corner from your joint. What a great house.
Well, I hope that I'm going to get a good neighbour here, Gary. I'm sure I will, because this is a stunning home. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, a lock-up garage in Chill Street. I think if you've been fortunate enough to buy something in that area, which I have been, you get to walk to the tram, the train, the shops. That Chill Street is the most incredible address, where you've got 2 fabulous cafes, Coin Laundry, maybe a couple of hundred metres away, and also Juliet, this gorgeous little bakery that's got little stores all over Melbourne now, Gary, with some beautiful
Is that the one just
things.
here? Is that Juliet?
Just up from where we're filming now.
I just had a coffee there this morning, and it was a really good coffee.
Well,
I didn't
you
realise
should
it's
try
part
their
of it.
custard-filled donuts, Gary.
I should, but my figure won't allow it.
No.
Yours will, however, because you're very fit and you work hard, and I'm just basically content to be lazy. Phil, at 1 at 33 Scott Street, Elwood, is at 1:30 and and I'm doing the auction. This is a great villa, one of two
Gary,
only.
it is, and highly unusual to be able to get something like this in Elwood.
Yeah,
3
that price
bedrooms,
range.
1 bathroom, and it also has a beautiful garden right around it. It's a terrific property.
Filbert Street in Caulfield South is our Saturday 1:30 auction, Jeremy Rose's auction. This, what a great looking
Quite
facade.
stunning it is too. I mean, that is just so photogenic. Check out the kitchen meals family room overlooking the deck in this house. That's 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and off-street car parking.
Triple auction action at 2:30 p.m. One of our auctions in 12 suburbs. Phil, we've got 29 auctions. We're going to be doing this one in Williams Road, Paran. Jeremy Rosen's auctions again.
Gary, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, and Williams Road, Paran is an incredible address.
This has been popular, this one in Murrumbina Road, and Murrumbina's a great suburb. We keep saying that, Phil.
Murrumbina's
2:30.
going off, Gary. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, a lock-up garage, courtyard gardens. I'm not surprised that that's popular.
Murray Street, Elsternwick, another popular address, one of our number of Elsternwick offerings
Well,
at the
Gary,
moment.
that may not make it through to auction, viewers. There is rumblings underway that might be sold before auction. But if it doesn't, it's 2 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, a lock-up garage, and of course Murray Street is a hot spot.
Be there at 2:30. Otherwise, 3:30 we've got triple auction action. In fact, we've got quadruple auction action. We're bringing down the curtain at 3:30 with some busy listings. You're going to be in Maitland Street in Glen.
Gary, this is a building that's been owned by the same family for quite some time. It's 4 3-bedroom apartments, 2 on the ground floor, 2 on the first floor. It is on a fabulous parcel of land, and there's so much opportunity. You either buy this for the block, you can keep it as an investment, you can do a refurbishment, you can add to the property subject to council approval, or you can just warehouse or land bank that block of land.
Another auction at 3:30, Philip, Elliott Avenue, Carnegie, Simon Rodolnik auctions, this one.
Gary, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, a great opportunity to get into the market in a great location.
Leo Samuel in his hood of Carnegie, together with Jack Slater auctions Jersey Parade in Carnegie.
Gary, fabulous 4 bedrooms, 2 magnificent bathrooms, and of course a double lock-up garage as well with the courtyard garden. That's everything that you want and more.
And if you wonder what to do at 3:30 on Saturday, this Saturday, then wander down to Wander Road in Caulfield North, Jeremy Rosen's auctions this.
Again, rumblings that it might be sold before auction, Gary. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space and a courtyard, decked area. Fabulous.
Let's get into Sunday very quickly, Philip. Triple auction action. We're starting off in Murray Street, this time in the Caulfield end.
1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space in a beautiful block in a fantastic location with Hawthorne Road and Glen Huntley Road on your doorstep.
I get to auction this pearl of an apartment, Philip, in Inkerman Road, Caulfield North.
And it is a pearl of an apartment, Gary. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. Beautiful renovation throughout, quite fabulous.
Orong Road, Elsternwick is a fine address, Phil. You're going to be there at 11:30 a.m. with Joel. Jeremy.
Talk about a property with potential, Gary. At the moment, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking, lock-up garage, great floor plan. Either live in it straight away or further improve it. It is magic.
Double auction action at 12:30. You're going to move on, Philip, to Newland Street and meet Nikki Jano.
Gary, that should go quite well. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and it also has a lock-up garage. Quite beautiful inside. That's a really good
Great
property.
looking property in Lansdowne Road. Jeremy Rosen's auctions for Daniel Fisher.
2 or 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. A really good size apartment there.
Double auction action at 1:30, Philip, Barindi Road. You'll be meeting with Daniel Peer at that auction of a great looking property.
Can't wait to be there because it's a stunning house with an incredible floor plan, complete with swimming pool, complete with all of those wonderful 60s and 70s architectural features. That is a great home, a great opportunity.
Jeremy Rosen's auctions in St Kilda, this time in Redan Street.
Gary, that's 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. Finding a 3-bedroom apartment is always challenging, but we've got a smorgasbord of opportunity.
Well, if it's not that one, Philip, then come along to Chapel Street because there's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment that I've got the pleasure of auctioning.
It's a townhouse, Gary. Sorry to change
I beg your
that
pardon,
for you.
it is, yes.
But that is an incredible property, and what a wonderful location.
I'm looking forward to auctioning that, as you are looking forward to auctioning Spring Road, which has been very popular, I think.
Gary, it should be because it's got everything that you want and more. Things like 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, a double lock-up garage, plenty of garden area, and Spring Road is just the most magic address.
Jeremy Rosen's enjoys another auction at 2:30 in Inkerman Street.
Gary, this is a great property. It's a stylish property in an incredible location, and it's got 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, big entertaining areas, and a fantastic courtyard garden.
We bring down the curtain at 3:30. Philip, you're going to be in a very prestigious street where things are going off around that pocket. I tell you what, this time Langdon Road.
Gary, there's a busy little pocket, this one, and that is 50A Langdon Road, which is something that is almost impossible to find, so don't miss this opportunity. This is a single-storey villa, one of only two. It's 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a double lock-up garage. Courtyard gardens, it's everything that you want and more.
I have my last auction on Sunday at 3:30 in Marriott Street. I love this block and location.
Gary, why wouldn't you? It is a great location. That's 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and a car space. Again, wrap-around courtyard gardens, which is just terrific.
And the final say is Simon Radolnik, 6 at 125 Cambrook Road. This wonderful 2 bedroom, 1 bathroom with 1 parking space apartment. Leon Guzenfit has been involved in that one, and Simon Radolnik auctions, and that brings down the curtain on a very busy weekend, and that's the end of a very busy show and big show and long show. If you're still watching, thanks for sticking around this long. We look forward to bringing you all the real estate news and 500 episodes of GPTV next week. I'm Gary Pearce.
I'm Philip Kingston. Have a fabulous week and thanks for watching.